There it goes. Okay. Okay, so we're going to keep talking about the moon phases and stuff today. So I'm going to present my screen. I think that we could probably be done like maybe 110 today. It's only 3 slides that we're going to discuss today. And it's just kind of a continuation of what we did yesterday. And just kind of using the information from yesterday to answer these questions. So it's called Moon Phases Chart. Let's go ahead and get that opened up.
Are we watching a video today?
There's not a video today, no.
Thank God.
I just was wondering because I saw Miss Milligan's class watching a video about the moon and stuff.
I don't believe so. Let me check though. As far as I know, there's not a video today.
Like Jada was jumping up and down.
Let me check. Nope, I don't see anything today. Maybe they were just watching something. I don't know what it was, but maybe I'll ask them again what they were watching, and maybe we can watch it. Yeah.
The orchestra people will have to go.
They don't need to go until 1:45. It's not 1:45. Thank you, though. Yeah. If you're in orchestra and you're at school, keep that in mind. 1:45 upstairs, okay? All right. Moon phases. So we're going to read a little article, answer some questions, and then this one is sideways, so it might be a little interesting to do. But there are text boxes that go there that we will fill out for the correct phase of the moon. Okay? So let's start at slide number 1. Let's zoom in to 100. 100 is pretty good. So go ahead and get that situated on yours, and we'll get going in just a minute. The cat is trying to catch the snowflakes outside, but it's not really working.
The little shifter that I have will run down the road and like slide down when he tries to run up it and stuff. I've tried to get him on the sled to slide him down, but he refuses to go on it.
I don't think my dog would sit still on one either.
I wish he would, though. It'd be so funny.
It would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. So we're going to read this together and then use the information to answer the questions on slide number 2. So this says phases of the moon. The moon is Earth's natural satellite. As it orbits the Earth, the sun lights up different parts of it, making it seem as if the moon is changing shape. The moon's shape never changes, though. We are only able to see the sun's light reflected off of the moon's surface. The different shapes of the lit portion of the moon that we see from Earth are called the phases of the moon. So the parts of the moon that are lit up in the sky is what we can see. But the moon doesn't actually change shape. It's always a sphere, kind of like a ball. It's just that the different parts are lit up at different times of the month. It says, it takes the moon 29.5 days to go through its 8 different phases. That's a lunar month. When the bright part of the moon is getting bigger, the moon is waxing, and when it is getting smaller, the moon is waning. So again, what we learned yesterday. At the new moon, the moon is between the Earth and the sun, and we cannot see the new moon because we're looking at the unlit half of the moon. So we can't see the new moon. It's still there in the sky. It's just that none of it is lit up. Then a few days after the new moon, a waxing crescent can be seen as a thin sliver of light. It increases or waxes in size from one day to the next. When the moon's right half is lit up by the sun, it's called the first quarter. Sometimes this phase is called a half moon. You should be able to see a first quarter moon about 1 week after a new moon. So each of these phases takes a couple of days to happen. It's not just like one night, it's gone. The next night, it's a crescent moon. The next night, it's the first quarter. They take a few days to happen, okay? Then we've got, during the following week, as the moon waxes, it becomes more than half lit, and this is called the waxing gibbous phase. All these are on the side too, just so. When the moon has completed exactly half of its trip around the Earth from the previous new moon, a full moon occurs. A full moon is when we can see the entire lit portion of the moon because the side of the moon facing the Earth is completely turned towards the sun. So the full moon is when it's brightest in the sky, you can see the whole moon. During a week after the full moon, the moon starts to wane or decreases in size. The moon is now in the waning gibbous phase. The darkness starts to creep in from the right side of the moon as the left side remains lit. A last quarter moon occurs next when the entire left half side of the moon is lit up. Finally, during the last week of its monthly orbit, a waning crescent arrives as the moon's left side becomes a thin sliver of light. Oops, too far. The moon will begin new again a day or two after the waning crescent, and the cycle starts all over again. So that just kind of went through a month of the different phases of the moon, and each paragraph kind of corresponds with a different phase of the moon, and they're all on the right there for you. This chart right here that you see on the right side of slide number 1 is going to be extremely helpful when you're looking at slide number 3. You're going to have to turn your head for slide number 3, but it won't. I tried to fix it so that it was turned, but it wasn't going to work. So let's look at slide number 2. These are some questions that we're going to answer. I'm going to move my cat. Whenever I get on my computer, she likes to sit right in front of me, so you might see my cat. Let me check attendance. It looks like we have a couple more people. Okay. So, how are we doing with that first reading? Does it make sense? Any questions on it?
Sounds like the same as yesterday.
Pretty similar to yesterday, right? So what we're going to do then is slide number 2, phases of the moon. Let's just go ahead and start working on it. We'll do it together. I don't need complete sentences on this one. I just want answers. Okay, so we don't need complete sentences. We'll work on it together today. Number 1 says the moon's shape never changes. But how come it appears to be changing? Why does it seem like it's changing?
The way the sun reflects on it.
Good. The way the sun reflects on the moon makes it look like it's changing. Good. Awesome. Number 2, how long does it take the moon to go through the 8 different phases? How many days?
29.5.
5 days. Good. Number 3, I want you guys to do this one on your own. So true or false? A waxing moon appears to be getting smaller. Is that true or false? I think she's pretty much done. Oh, now she's right here. Yep. No. Cool. Okay. So, hopefully you did number 3 in that time. True or false? The waxing moon appears to be getting smaller. I also want you to do number 4 on your own. Okay, so describe the new moon phase. What does the moon look like in the new moon phase? So do that one on your own really quick. Okay, so number 3 and 4 you're working on your own. True or false, and then describe what the new moon phase looks like. Looks like most of you guys are finishing that up. Alright, let's look at number 5. We'll do this one together. Which phase comes after the new moon? It's immediately after. Number 5. You guys still there? No, you're still there. I can see that your screens.
Oh, I was trying to finish that slide.
That's okay. What's number 5? What phase comes after the new moon?
That one is the let me see.
Waning moon?
It's the waxing crescent.
Waxing crescent. So it's a little sliver.
At the bottom of number 10. Do we have to shade it in?
I don't know if you're going to be able to shade it in.
Okay.
We'll see when we get there. Okay. Number 6, I want you to do on your own too. For this one. You can do on your own. Number 6. When you see the entire lit portion of the moon is called what? What phase is it in? Wow. What phase is it in if you can see the whole moon?
So, don't do the shade in part?
No, it's okay. You don't need to shade it.
So I can start on the other slide?
Sure. Doing good. Are we ready for number 7? Looks like you guys are keeping up. Good. Awesome. I'll leave that there for just one more minute and then we'll look at number 7. Alrighty. Number 7. Describe the last quarter moon. What does a last quarter moon look like? Put it in the chat, say it out loud, but what does that last quarter moon look like? Says it in our paragraphs up here. Last quarter. What do you see?
What's the question again on the other page?
Waning gibbous? Something.
No, we're describing a last quarter moon. What does it look like?
It looks more like a hang on, let me go and see what I put. Hang on, let me find it. When you can only see halfway. Nope, I did that one wrong. It looks when you can only see like a banana. More
Not a
than
last quarter.
when you can almost see the whole moon.
Kind of. So if we're looking at the last quarter moon, how much of it is shaded? Is it half, a crescent? What is it at?
It's at
Half.
It's at half. And is it the left side, the left half, or the right half?
Right.
Wait, is it moon? Oh, where you can only see half of the moon.
Yeah, which half though? The
Oh,
left
then
half or the
The left half.
Left.
left half? Good.
So I had it right all the time. I just changed it.
Oh. Well, what you were describing to me was not correct, so I don't know what you had before. The left half of the moon is lit up.
All the waxing or waning types of moons look the same.
They're just on opposite sides.
Then how come they have two different names? Like waxing gibbous, waning gibbous.
Because the waxing ones mean that the moon is getting bigger. So the amount of light that you're going to see is getting bigger, so it's waxing. And then with the waning gibbous, it's going the opposite direction. As it moves on, you're going to see less of it. It's going away. So it just describes different ways that you're seeing the moon. Now, number 8 says that sometimes a quarter moon is also called what? What kind of moon? What do you guys got?
A half moon.
Good. This one's a half moon. Sometimes it's also called the half moon. Good. All right, number 9. The right side of the moon is more than half lit up. What phase has occurred? So if we're looking at this, the white part is the right, or the light. So we need to look for the one where the right is more lit up. Where do we see that? I have it pulled up on mine. So we're looking at the right side of the moon, which is on this side. Which one has more than half of the right side lit up?
The waxing gibbous.
The waxing
Right.
gibbous. Yep.
Okay, I finished that last slide, but I'm just gonna stay on to make sure I got them all right.
Okay, sounds good. Number 9 is the waxing gibbous. And then we have number 10. What phase appears during the last week of the moon's monthly orbit? What's the last phase that happens?
Oh wait, I did that one wrong.
The second to
Isn't
last
it-
paragraph.
Hang on, let me look. What did I put? Is it the waning moon?
It's not called the waning moon. It's the waning what?
Gibbous. Crescent.
Not the waning. There we go. It's the waning crescent.
Wait, so I got part of that right then.
Okay. So this one is the waning crescent. I wonder if we can. I don't know if we can shade it. That's okay. We'll leave it as it is. Okay, so hopefully you've gotten 1 through 10. I'll leave this one up for about 1 more minute so you guys can get it typed out. And then the next slide, I'm going to help you guys find the first phase, so where new moon would be, and then I'm going to have you guys finish the rest of the chart on your own.
So I already did that.
Okay, maybe just make sure that you put the new moon in the right spot, and then you'll be good.
I know what the new moon looks like.
Good.
So do I turn it in now?
Yeah, if you're done, you can get it turned in.
I finished all of them too.
Okay, you can get it turned in.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye. So on
What
this
do I
last
do now?
slide, maybe wait just a minute, okay?
All right.
On this last slide, we are labeling the
I
different parts
finished
of the
one
mission.
slide.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna start it with people, so hang on. We need to first put the new moon. When you're looking at these different colors, the black versus the white, black means that you cannot see that part of the moon, and the white means that you can see it. So the different phases are based on the white light, what you can see. So if you're looking for the new moon and you cannot see any of the moon, it's either going to be this top one or the bottom one. So which one would it be? You cannot see the moon.
Be the new moon.
Which one though? The top one up here or the bottom one?
The black one.
The bottom one. This is the new moon.
Jones.
Yeah.
I noticed that it was sideways, so I flipped it sideways in my mind, and I did it.
That's good. Awesome. Okay. And then after that, notice which way the arrows go. So they go to the right. They go counterclockwise. So you're just filling
I
these out.
started up at the full moon.
That's okay. So we're going counterclockwise. So then after the new moon, we'll do this the next one together. What's the next phase after the new moon?
The waning gibbous.
You have that going the opposite direction, I think.
Dang it, I got those wrong.
It is the waxing crescent.
Oh. Man, I messed that up.
It's the waxing crescent because you can see only a crescent of the moon, so that's where the crescent comes from. And we know it's waxing because it's growing. At this point, you're seeing more and more of the moon, so it's a waxing crescent. If you're confused about it or you're not entirely sure, it does tell you the order up on slide number 1. So from here, you should be able to go in the correct order around and get the correct names in the correct spots. Okay. You guys have any questions about that one? What do you need to do on the rest of that? Okay. That's all that we're doing today, finishing up that set of Google Slides.